Alrighty, hey everyone. Welcome back if you were watching previously. If not, we're all one of you. If not, hey, I'm going to be stream recording some Path of Exile because they just came out with their new 3.0 big name woo expansion and I want to get in on that a little bit for funsies. So I'm going to get in on that for funsies. Now I have two different builds I want to try for this initially. The first is a Lightning Witch, because there's a new Lightning Channel spell, and there's always been a kind of a fun build idea I wanted to do with Lightning spells for a long time, and just kind of feel like the opportunity has arisen, per se, but we'll see. The other one is a Fire Templar. So if any parties in the chat, all like none of you, have any opinions of which you would like to see, let me know. And yeah, the stream might have done that. It happens. OBS is recording fine, so I don't know. When did you cut into Deej? Did you hear the build ideas? Do you have a preference for our build ideas? That's the big thing. Because I'm indecisive as hell. You want to see the Lightning Witch? Okay, we'll do the Lightning Witch.
Why do the keen of mind seek to satiate their curiosity in darkness and depravity? Innocence is our father. Arieth is our mother. When a daughter strays from the light, she makes herself an orphan. Learn well the lessons that Rayclass will teach you, witch. It is your only hope of finding your way home.
Barazip. No, I've been naming a lot of my characters barrel variants for some reason. So this is Barazap.
The very sand shivers with malice. There's a power here that welcomes me.
I'm going to try to avoid talking over the dialogue, just for those who haven't seen the game before, or haven't seen the game in a while. Skip these tutorials.
You and I, we're the only ones that made it to shore. Alive, anyway. Looks like you found something you can defend yourself with. Good. This place is crawling with criminals. There's smoke rising just east of here. Could be worth checking.
Oh no! A zombie! Ah! Give me that.
The dead will soon rise for me, not against me.
You want to take Fireball for now? Placeholder spell for caster is placeholder. Although if you're actually playing a Fireball Witch, it is not the worst build in the world. Oop, Fireballs, yum. Pew, pew. You also play Physical Witches, which are hilarious. I love wand builds. I actually have a wand build in progress that is really fun on Legacy League. Game voices seem a bit quiet. We can fix that. Let's turn everything up a bit, because I thought the game might be a bit quiet, so we can play with those. Just want to try to make sure I don't end up drowning myself out too. And so there's a reason I'm trying not to talk over them though. Boop. So for those of you who have never seen Path of Exile before, it's clearly a Diablo clone. So I'm also recording this, which is why I'm explaining all this to people who aren't here, because Deej actually kind of knows, who is currently my only viewer. It's a Diablo clone, clearly. The big thing that changed... that pulls it away from Diablo proper, though, is where... excuse me. In, say, in Diablo 1, you actually just learned all your skills from books. In Diablo 2, every character had a massive... well, not massive, it was 3 trees that each had 30 skills? Or so? 30 to 15. Congrats to that guy. With Path of Exile, your skills are entirely based on your gem sockets. Which, while gem sockets aren't new to the series, they were in Diablo 2, they were essentially just minorly controllable magic enchants. Like, you could put a ruby in a sword and it would deal fire damage. In this game, it's your skills. If I want to cast Fireball, I need my Fireball in my wand. Or not even in my wand, I can have it in my breastplate too, and it counts. Ooh, that was a crit. Can't be bothered to open these up individually. Okay, let's go meet our tutorial boss. Should be right down here. Oh, right, I haven't gotten my... Right, the tutorial now has support gems, which, as you probably noticed, these two little... I say probably, you might have. It's not the most obvious thing, but these two sockets are actually got a little link between them, which means I can support my Fireball with the Arcane Surge, which... what does that do? Each supported spell will track how much mana you spend on it, granting a buff when the total mana spent reaches a threshold. It cannot support totems, traps, or mines. And I gain a surge whenever I spend 15 mana with the spell. It increases my spell speed, my spell damage, and my cast speed, and I regenerate mana for a little bit faster. 15 mana is 3 casts. Or it's 3, then 2, then 3, then 2. And now I cast slightly faster. I regenerate mana slightly faster. Ah! Gravel spitters. Sand spitters. Bad bugs. And yes, the gem color has to match the socket. Thank you, Deej. The 3 main colors in this game are red, green, and blue. Pretty much everything in the game is based around that holy trinity in some way or manner. But those are the big ones. Or gems are where it first comes into play. As you saw in the character selection screen, there were 7 characters. By default, there's 6. You unlock the 7th character at the end of Act 3. Each character is biased towards different colors.
I thought I'd be a dead woman by now.
Each character is biased towards the different colors in their own way, which is actually kind of an apt time for me to bring that up as we... oh god, what is this shit? Hi, Nexus. So, the oh god, what is this shit? Each character starts at a different point in the tree, but they all have access to this tree. This is the passive tree. It works a lot like the sphere grid system does from Final Fantasy X. As you level up, you get points. The points let you move on the tree. Hillick, did you? Hi, Hillick. Hillick wants to interrupt our tutorial, so I guess I'm going to throw fireballs at Hillick for a second. Yay, crits. Now he's on fire. Bad Hillick. Oh no, he drew a sword. He's slightly faster. And if I were to let him hit me, he would hit slightly faster, slightly more accurately, and slightly harder. Pick up all this crap. I'm gonna dual wield it first, but it's not gonna be the core point of this build. I'm gonna do that just for the sockets. I see someone here knows. Nexus knows about Path of Exile, apparently. Nothing like building a huge hulking marauder like a mage. Yeah, that's something you can do. You can take a marauder who's right here. As I said, everything's based on colors and attributes. The 6 characters on the outside. The witch is all intelligence. It's all blue. There's the marauder down here who's all strength, all red by default, and there's the ranger who's all green or in all dex. Then you have the 3 hybrid classes of the Templar, who's got some blue and some red by history, the Duelist,
watching for zombies, because the game does not pause while I'm in that menu. The duelist is down here, and he's some lead, some green, some lead. He's some red, some green, and then there's the shadow, who's some blue, some green. As Nick has said, you can take the Marauder, you can build them, come up here and build them like a mage, or there's even like perks in this end of the world that lets you be a mage without having to get too much intelligence per se. For example, there's blood magic. You're not gonna have a lot of intelligence, not gonna have a lot of mana. That's okay. Just use it with your life bar. Next it says you can build any character to anything in the game. Only difference is starting point and ending potential. Almost. Later, towards the end of Act 3, there are ascendancies, which are like prestige classes, and every class has a unique set of options for that. That is completely unique to them. It's a huge power spike, more or less, and there's a lot of really strong options there. And if you're playing a class that doesn't have an ascendancy that works with your build, you're gonna feel it. I didn't spend my point. So let's spend my passive point. Right now, as a witch, you have two options. Energy shield and mana regeneration, or spell damage. I'm actually going to take the energy shield and mana regeneration, because mana is important, and being able to just come in and have 14 permanent energy shield is so nice. Energy shield... Oh gosh, so many things to go into. This game's complicated. That's why I love it. That's why I hate it. Open the door for me. Thank you. See, it's funny, Deej, I actually wanted to play this because I was watching a streamer slash let's player that I enjoy watching called Grimmith R. Grimmith J. Reaper. PoE is very much a live in their game. Was playing Diablo 1. Grimmith Reaper is playing Diablo 1. And that is like, man, I got my Diablo kick again. And actually trying to fight and get Diablo 2 working on modern systems in any decent manner is, in my opinion, not worth it, when there's Path of Exile here, which hits the same spot, is easier to access, and I would debate is better. It's essentially like a Diablo 1.752. But to go back to where I was like, oh god, energy shield. Away with you! There are three main defenses in the game that your armor can give you. Evasion, which works more like your typical armor class, which I think Diablo 1, Diablo 2, and I think Diablo 3 uses. I don't know, I never played 3. Where having higher evasion means you get hit less. Oh, the 6 new acts are really good. Although there's a massive freaking power spike that I do not like. So yeah, evasion decreases the odds of you getting hit. There is then armor, which works as one might expect armor to work. It decreases the physical damage you take. And then there's energy shield, which I don't have an armor piece on me right now that gives me energy shield because the game hates you and will never drop anything for your build. Just, you know, because RNG hates you. And then there's energy shield. And energy shield works like overshields do in most games, where it's a second layer of life points that are over your normal life that usually you don't have nearly as much of, but it regenerates very rapidly when you stop getting hit for 2 seconds. Or, I think in this game it's 5? You might actually be able to see the energy shield recharge. That's per second. It doesn't have the delay. I think it's like 3 to 5 seconds in Path. So, Nexus wasn't here for this. I don't do solo. There's my resource tab. I have spent some money in this game. It's a fun game. I have had Exalted drop, which are right here. let me rename this. I want to change its color. It can be yellow. Money's yellow. I'll call this the Muns. We'll get into that in a second. I'm going to let NPCs talk because I want people to enjoy NPCs.
I saw what you did to Hillock out there, Witch. Your black art is the reason you're here, in exile. It may also be the only thing that allows you to see another dawn. I'm Nessa, and I suppose I should thank you for ridding us of that putrid giant. Back in Oriath, I judged your kind without hesitation. In Rayclast, I don't have that luxury. Lion Eye's watch isn't much, but it's ours. We could use you here, while you live. But should you wish to venture out, do just one thing for me. Out on the coast, amongst the wrecks, there must be a ship's medicine chest. I have many to care for, and there's only so much I can do with herbs and seawater.
With Habs.
Be well.
Bye, Nessa. Hi, Pestle.
A wayfish, waterlogged witch, washed up in grey cloth. That's the first line of the poem I'm writing about you, Exile. Easy, girl. You could scorch her right with a look like that. The name's Bestel, captain of the good ship Marigold. Alas, my Marigold's gone. My crew is gone. But my wits remain, after a fashion. There's an island, a hop, skip and a wade offshore of the terraces. That's where my Marigold ran aground. Watched the local spit roast the ship's doctor, but his medicine chest might still be there, amongst the splinters and bones. It'd have everything Nessa might need. Dr. Shaky Hands Opton was lousy with a scalpel and even worse with a saw, but he knew his apothecary. Explains the shaky hands, if you ask me.
Haha!
Fine work with Hillock. Where'd you learn to fight like that? No, forget I asked. We Exiles have no history. Dominus took it from us when he had his blackguards dump us in the water out there. Here, got something for you. Should help you kill a few more of those undead bastards. Don't bother thanking me. The way I figure it, the longer we fighters live, the longer everyone lives.
Darkley's got a good sense on himself. From this one, I'm going to take Ray Zombie. Because having a meat shield is nice, even if
Stay
it
sharp out there.
even if it is not going to be a main point of this build. It is nice to have a handful of zombies, which by default Ray Zombie gives you 3, to just take hits and deal them out. Now, after we actually turned in that quest, and this is something that
Yes?
a lot of people don't really realize, is, first of all, Nessa's a store. But after you turn in Hillock to Tarkley, she actually sells you some more gems. You can get another Arcane Surge, Elemental Proliferation, and some other stuff. And here we can get Spark, which will be a main spell in this build for the rest of the time. Now, I was talking about money earlier. There's no gold in this game, and items don't have durability. That's something that's changed from Diablo. That I really enjoy. Pointless. It was a gold sink in Diablo. In this game, there's no gold, so you don't need a gold sink. But instead, alright, rare corroded blade that I'm not even gonna look at because I don't care. It's not fun to be a part of this build. The currency in this game are usable items, such as this is a piece of an orb of transmutation, or 5 of them. An orb of transmutation lets you take a normal item and turn it into a magic item. And there's regal orbs, which is you take a normal item and turn them into a rare item. And the exalted orbs that I was talking about earlier. Semi-new? It's actually been there for a while. Yeah. When I say new, I mean it's been there since like 1.0, I think, each. That Nessus Soul Gem, sorry. Got distracted by chat again. And she'll sell more gems as you progress. As you get more quest reward gems, her stock updates with those quest rewards to have pretty much the quest rewards and some quest rewards that other classes would get, because quest rewards are class dependent. You know, if you were playing a Marauder, you wouldn't have all blue there. You'd have like all red and maybe a green. Nexus Nemesis says, currency works by everything is worth reasonable amounts, and that's because everything has a purpose. Look, a piece of an exalted. You don't... Gold doesn't exist to be gold. Gold exists to make shit better. Oh, has it been since the Ascendancy? Was this Ascendancy was 2.0, wasn't it? Huh. Yeah, we're gonna go find old Shaky Hand Struggery. And shoot some lightning bolts at people. A lot of lightning bolts at people. Yeah, this is, as is Barrel Zap, this is going to be a lightning witch. I'm going to play some with there's a new... I don't even remember. I don't know where it would be. I don't care.
Stench. Just like my sisters upon the pyre.
Like her sisters upon the pyre. One of the reasons I want to play the Templar, I was thinking about playing Templar for this, is he is hilarious. Hello, crabs. Die, crabs. Oh, right, I have zombies. Zombies! Zombies are a lot better than I remember. I mean, they now have a... They have that. They have an AoE attack. That's really cool. Psst. Nope, out of manas. It's okay, we have zombies. Zombies can do our work for us. Ooh, Blacksmith Sweatstone. Fireball leveled up. Bzz.
Khan's canoe struck this sand with the force of destiny. At his beck, the greatest war host in Karui history tamed the wild sea, their canoes coupling with the land one by one. Lion-eyed gemlings met us with shining metal and bold words. Hyri's arrows withered their pride. Khan's axes silenced their despair. Marseilles lied, brave to the last. Khan honored him with a place on his belt. Khan has shown Rayclast our Karui strength. Khan will teach Rayclast the Karui way.
To learn is to live.
That was a enemy whose name I could not read with a unique coloring and had a... Okay, okay. So that was a lore dump for a bit, about Calm. He who does not believe in gems. I don't know the specifics of the story too much. That was a Harbinger, apparently, which is, as I said, this is, or as you might have noticed, this is a Harbinger League character. Apparently that's what that means. And he dropped a whole bunch of shiny pieces of currency. I'm still trying to figure out what that equates to. Oh no, cannibals! Hey, look, boots! Put on some shoes. Oh, a magic wand. I'll take a magic wand. What does this magic wand do? It increases the socket of cold gems. Boy, that'd be great if I had cold gems. I'll still keep it equipped. Boop. Actually, no, I won't. I'll sell that. I don't care. I'm out of zombies. What happened to my zombies? You guys are bad. Nope, there's Fire Fury. Fire Fury casts Firestorm.
You need more mana.
That's about it. That's it. Take some of those. Let's enchant these gloves. Life gained on kill. Aw, yeah. Now I'm not dependent on my potions to not die. I had a thought and it just left my head. Oh, potions. Or flasks. The way recovery works in this game is instead of buying consumables, because
there's no money, which is no money, no money sink. It's kind of how potions sort of work, except they're really useful. In this game, potions are flasks. And the way flasks work is they don't go away when you use them, you just empty them by using them. And they fill as you kill shit. You get flask charges from things dying. So hey, you can't just potion tank a boss. Mind, there are magic flasks, like there is everything else, and some of those magic effects are ways to restore charges without having to kill things. So there's ways around that. Like, you gotta know what you're doing to make that happen. You can get lucky. Really lucky. Zombies again. Zombie? Zombie? Go ahead and bring up a third one, just so I reset that guy's life bar. So my zombies don't heal. I don't think my zombies will ever heal. I'm not going to that part of the tree. Waypoints! They haven't changed. Look at my bucket. Look at my little pot. That is just a pot on my head. To the tidal island. Pothead. No wait, no, we're going to go get the pothead's pot. Excuse me, zombies. I'm weird, but I'm not into you that way. And I don't know why, but I always go around the tidal island counterclockwise. More hats. Don't need more hats. Kill more zombies. Get ready for more lines of dialogue as she levels up. I would prefer evasion to armor, especially on a blue-green. I can get some use out of green in this build. Nope, not until level 5 where we get more dialogue. Okay. Wow, Hailrake, you're really close to the door. Nope, no, 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 stop. Bad, 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 bad. Chugging potions, bad. Ooh, free Quicksilver. Quicksilver is a buff flask. It doesn't heal me, it just makes me run fast for a second. Nice Nemesis says he always goes clockwise. And it's really weird. It's one of the little things that, like, I don't know, what way do you run around Tidal Island? I go counterclockwise. I go clockwise. Hey, this potion heals me faster. That's nice. Don't care. That's okay. I could have sworn I saw a Vine Circle. There we go. Vine Circle is an energy shield item. I think that is, yeah, that is the first piece of energy shield armor we had drop. There's another one. I haven't even had a magic item. Like, I haven't even seen a staff yet. This is supposed to be a staff build. I could have done that order of operations better. I don't think my zombies automatically upgrade if the gem levels up after I cast them. Which, about that, if you haven't noticed over here, your gems level up as you do. It's about that complicated. So that's how you scale your... That's how you scale your abilities. Because you don't put points into them. Ooh, look at that spam. Spam bot! Filling out... that's why I'm filling out the map. I want some Tide Striders. And I still haven't seen a gnarled branch. Or is it a driftwood branch? No, it's a gnarled branch. Driftwood club. Driftwood scepter. Replace my zombie. Say goodbye to that pile of loot. Goodbye, loot. Seen lots of corroded blades. It's not the two-handed weapon I want. Bzz, bzz, bzz.
has removed the eternal stain from this coast. The Empire's citizens decorate our meeting houses with their heads. Our warriors build homes for our families. Our families till the earth, fish the waters, fill the air with song. The Kardwi Way is yet a seedling here, but it grows, gains in pride and power every day. Kalm has kept his promise. The time of the Kardwi has come.
The struggle for enough wisdom scrolls early game is real. Yep. Which is the reason I'm not picking up and identifying everything that drops, because I don't need it. Yay, boots that are of my build. Boop. I also noticed as well that we were getting more history on Calm and the Karwi. I picked up a chain top. That's actually a hybrid armor piece. Kind of for naturally built for the Templars end of the world. It's armor and energy shield. It's worth mentioning that anytime you get a piece like that, by default, at base value, not factoring in freaking unique shenanigans, because uniques. Ooh, boy, my throat hurts. A hybrid piece will have less stats individually and effectively total, but will have individually less stats than a single piece of a single type piece of its same level. That being said, I don't care enough about transmutation stars to pick up everything and vendor them. I also don't use my Quicksilver flask nearly often enough. So I'm actually going to take the medium life flask, because getting screwed on having better life flask drops before the first real boss sucks. You do not want to do.
I'd almost stop believing in miracles. This medicine chest, it's greater than the serums themselves it holds. It tells us that we can do more in Rayclass than merely suffer. I've not much to offer in return, but please, take something in thanks for what you've done.
Okay, getting to the Warden with small life flasks is depressing.
Be well.
So, you managed to salvage Shaky Hand's druggery. Nicely done. Nessa will put it to good use. More than that benumbed quack Hopton ever did.
My nose. We okay over here? Have I dropped frames? I dropped a couple frames. I haven't dropped a ton of frames.
Got a job for you, if you're willing. There's a pool near the mudflats needs investigating. You'll smell it before you see it. It stinks like a carcass in high summer. But that's not the worst of it. Dead birds walking. Animals don't rise up again the same as people do here. So if they aren't raising themselves, what's doing it for them? The answer's in that fetid pool. Clear the place out and kill whatever's raising those rowers. We've got enough living dead to contend with already.
This is a normal character Nexus.
Stay sharp
I'm bad.
out there.
I am bad and not proud. I'm here to have fun. And besides, if I'm making content for the internet, it'd be a real shame to have the characters splat. Not that with Path of Exile, if you have a... Excuse me, God. If a hardcore character dies, they just move to the normal league automatically. Oh, here. So, Diablo 2, there's an item called... You get quite a treasure there in this Heraldric Cube. That's not in this game. Instead, every single merchant in the game is your Heraldric Cube. And if you know your recipes, you can get new stuff from them. Kind of neat. I'm glad I remembered to mention that before I just started doing it. I like holding on to these. Call this flasks. Let's take a cover flask. Flask can be gray. Here, where's Where's cards? There's cards. Take a second to set these up. I haven't played on this. Cards! Essences. Essences. Flasks. Huge. I have a use for these. Not huges. Here, I'll bring the huges down to the front. No, we won't. Change my mind. This one's gonna be red. No, this one's gonna be red. This one's going to be blue. And this one is going to be green. And then I'm gonna have these. So to get the hoopla, what do I want to do with my S's instead? Do I make it? I'll make it black. Another way, to customize these things, that's actually something you have to buy. And these are also things you have to buy. And this tab, that's all special, and this tab, that's special, and that tab, that's all special. Those you have to buy with cash money. And those are pretty much the only things in the game that have a gameplay effect that you can buy with cash money, is stash tabs. And guild slots and guild stash. Guild nonsense. Which I'm just in a guild with myself. I pretty much just have it for shiggles. Oh, good, I have portal scrolls. I wasn't paying attention if I got those yet. Drop everything in here. Everything else, this game is entirely free to play. I haven't mentioned that yet. Otherwise, this game is entirely free to play. And the only thing you can buy gameplay-wise is those stash tabs. Everything else is cosmetics. And as Nexus says, currency and card tabs are beyond amazing to own. And they are. You can get away without the Essences tab, but the Essences tab just takes a lot of headache out of it. The currency tab it can stack larger than average, and the card tab just keeps everything so pretty. It just looks nice, even if I'm not sure if it has more technical slots. Hi, Roas. I wonder if we'll find an albino Roa. I want a Roa feather. Roa feathers are great. Don't care. Oh no, Zambus. Zambus. No. Pew. Hello? Is there any water elementals out here? Even though I'm tired of seeing you from Act 6. From the beta.
I think this raid class will serve.
Good for you. Ooh, dagger. Daggers are good. These are nice. Why do I still hear noises? Stop making noises. I want to level up. Oop. This energy shield graphic is new too. It used to just kind of be like this blue or like more aura-like effect instead of having the shattered glass look to it. I really like that shattered glass look. And the minimap didn't used to have this little no zombies. This little blue border around where I have and haven't explored. That is brand new for 3.0 as well. Really convenient. And I swear, these map layouts are slightly different based on which class you're playing. Like in terms of how the generation bias is. Because this Fetid Pool layout feels not Fetid Pool, this is the Mudflats. This Mudflats layout feels entirely different from like the Mudflats layouts I get as my Scion. And my Scion ones are all fairly consistent. I play a lot of Scion. I really like the Scion.
I need more mana.
You... Ah, Harbinger! No. Press button, shoot lightning, summon zombies. Another one, no. Start. Ow. Okay, so I can't deal damage to the Harbinger directly. I have to... Ah! I have to kill its minions. Okay. Man, these things are almost as noxious as freaking, evasion energy shield top for the Shadow. Yawning again, I'm sorry. Oh. Lore. I want to get lores. Must be comprehensive pseudo let's play. So the Countess.
Black storms descend on us from the north. Unnatural tempests of rage and hatred, lashing our backs, tearing at our houses. The rain is shot with shadow. It withers our crops, sickens our livestock. And the wind carries with it a restless spirit that breeds melancholy and madness. A spirit that creeps through our dreams, weaves tales of misdeed around our resting minds. We try not to listen. We try to remember ourselves. Some of us forget. Brothers fight. Brothers die. Calm punishes those that quarrel, that steal, that murder. Yet still the nightmares goad us into malefaction. We Kardui are banished from sleep.
Okay, something's corrupting people. Fun times. I'm going to equip that staff there, because this is going to be a staff build at the end of the day, and the sooner I make that transition, the less awkward it's going to feel. And Nexus asks, have I explained filters yet? And no, I haven't, because I barely understand how they work. I'm using the default one. But this game actually has automatic loot filters that you can set up that will give you access to different sounds, some visual effects for when certain items drop, and make certain types of items more prominent. Things that are useful in vendor recipes, as they call our pseudo Herodric Cube, uniques, etc., etc. It hasn't really come up yet. The most you might see early on is, unless we look out with a specific slot. He's my god. Slot layout on an item.
It doesn't affect anything. Hey, who's back? Boop, 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 bonk. Oh. Oh, hey, tier 2 wand. Hybrid boots. Superior hybrid boots. Quality is in this game. It essentially plus 13% quality. Ooh, wow, 10% increased move speed. That's really nice. 13% quality means 13% better main stats. Yay! Oh, that's gonna be awkward. I don't have another blue. Oh well, I can ditch Fireball. I'm not using it for anything besides occasionally popping chests.
Where the hell is my door to the fetid pool? There it is. Do 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 do. Come, zombies. We must find out the zombies and how to zombies them. Or this guy. Or harbingers instead. Never mind. More zombies. I'm gonna level up so fast. If there's any problem with these league enemies, it's they give out tons of experience. Get your not righteous fire out of here. Yeah, basement zombie. Here we go. This thing is so durable. Energy shield. This is going to need a lot of HP. Oh no, I wasn't able to connect to the achievement server. Means I didn't get a credit for beating that challenge of killing that guy. Oh no, I'm only gonna meet like 70 over the course of this playthrough. Yeah, I think I'm gonna get to I think I'm gonna beat the first major boss and then take a. Oh man, Brutus is so far out. I'll hold myself to that. Beat the first major boss and then call that a strem for now. So I'm not that far from Brutus. I got what?
I need more mana.
Sunken Passage, Ledge. That should be it. Oh yeah, I'm level 6, I can equip those boots now. Where's Zombie? There's Zombie. And there's Zombie. And there's Zombie. And there's Zombie. And there's Zombie! App. I have a stick. It is slightly pointy on one end, but that is not the end I really hate you with. Now I move 10% faster. Yay. Necromancer should be back here somewhere. Nope, guess not. Nope, there he is. Oh no, and we're by some minions for him to raise. This is Cadaverous, the Defiler. Cadaverous, the Cadaver Uncadaver. I'm gonna bonk you. Wrecked. Ooh, that might be decent. Ooh, those might be decent. Ooh, that might be decent. Ooh, that's just a straight upgrade. So belts in this game, because this isn't Diablo where belts gave you more slots. You're stuck with these. Belts are just another accessory type, pretty much. And the only thing that goes further than that is magical belts will have enchantments that do interact with flasks, such as get more charges, use less charges, last longer, more effectiveness, etc. Yay, intelligence. It's not bad. Can I not? Oh, I can't. Why is it required level 7 for 3 maximum life and 9 lightning resist? That's silly. And yet I can get 5 maximum life for... Oh, crap. Crap. Time to get socket screwed. I can't equip that. See, so while I want to equip this vine because it is a straight upgrade from this one, this has the 2 linked blues. This doesn't. This just has a blue and 2 non-linked reds. Hello, random rare enemy. Keep bzzing you.
Life is too precious to waste on you.
Okay, what do you have? Adds 1 or 2 cold damage. Oh, chain gloves might just need level 7 in general. Okay. Life regenerate per second. I still prefer these ones. Well, I suppose I can trade them for shards, because Nexus has been demeaning me for not bringing in shard fodder. As far as elements in this game goes, seeing as I need another thing to talk about while I'm killing zombies, this follows pretty much the Diablo 2 core 3,
I need more mana.
core 3, secondary, and then a bit of secondary, but the core 3 of lightning, fire, and ice, where fire has the most stable damage and generally higher damage than ice, and deals fire damage and deals secondary damage over time. Whereas ice doesn't deal as much raw damage, it slows enemies who get hit by it, and you can, with some skill, with enough of a threshold and damage amount, you can actually freeze enemies solid. And lightning damage maintains its mentality of having a massive disparity between high and low, but did I drop my fireball, or did I just never take it out? I never take it out. I was like, where's my fireball? It's like 10 to 14 versus 1 to 27. Mathematically, these are very, very similar averages. That's still like an average of 12, roundabout. So, yeah, that's 12. This is an average 14. I think this one's a higher level. It's because I have it equipped. No, it's just because it's a higher level. Get my zombies back. Bastards can't live for 2 seconds without me having my gem in. The path of ailments. People going, what the hell are ailments? I don't understand. I could equip some of my Harbinger League stuff, but aesthetics, you know, notice I have a cosmetics tab, and I actually have some cosmetics because, again, I've actually spent money on this game because this is a good game that deserves money. Not a ton of money, but stash tabs are nice, and a handful of pretty cosmetics are nice. Let's them keep working on it. The other 2 damage types, there is no generic magic damage in this game like there is in Diablo, I think, if I remember right. It's been a while. At least Diablo 2. I know Diablo 1 had magic damage. I don't remember if Diablo 2 had magic damage. But there is Chaos, which is a damage type, which it's spiritually poison corruption. It's extremely hard to get resistance for, and chaos damage ignores energy shields, barring shenanigans. Which is where passes come in, or uniques come in. And then there's, of course, physical damage, which you can mitigate partially through armor, and everything has their own ailments, and blah 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 blah. Tarklee's gonna talk at me for a while.
Now that you've drained that passage, best I warn you about something. I was running down a wounded rower one night's eve, when I glimpsed something in that waterlogged cavern. Looked a bit like a sand spitter, only the size of a bloody ox. I reckon it's nesting down in those flooded depths somewhere. If you're going that way, then do us a favor. Spill the old shield crab's guts before it gets hungry and comes looking for us.
About that, I don't spill. It's Orb of Storms, Raging Spirit. I'll do Orb of Storms, although I can't equip it right now.
A necromancer. Just the one, was it? Guess the bastard got a bit lonely, decided to make himself some pets. Well, good to see you don't mind getting your hands good and filthy. Here, to mark a dirty job well done.
Yay, respect points.
I've traveled inland on the Emperor's Road via Prisoner's Gate. Had to skirt around Axiom Prison. That's the holdfast of Brutus the Warden. Bloody treacherous trip it was. Worth it? There's forest inland. Game, berries, fruit. More food than we can scrounge here. But most here wouldn't survive the journey. Would be a damn sight easier if we could pass through the prison. You carve us a path up the coast, find us a way past or through Brutus, and you'll have more than a few lives going to you. Farewell.
So I never actually came up to look. Does Tarkley only have... Oh god damn it, are you looking at me?
Still alive, are we?
Okay, here, let's finish that. No, I need...
Greetings!
Huh. Oh god damn it. Trying to see if he only has one
Still
eye.
alive, are we?
Guess he does. That's weird. I can see into thee forever! Anyway. True knight in shining armor, you have entered the sunken passage. Submerged passage. A freaking cave. With crustaceans. That is not good enough to kill these fuckers once. You have to kill cave crustaceans twice. The first time you just knock off their shell, and the second time you actually kill them. More base stats. Guys, you really need to stop getting confused. I'm kind of depending on you here. I was hoping to maybe find someone to do this with, just because these kinds of games are built with parties.
I need more mana.
Oh my god, another Harbinger. Eh. Ow. Ow. Please stop. At least they're not... These things aren't nearly as dangerous as breaches were. Good god. Ah, Mervale daughter. No, you're the Brood Princess. My bad. Daughter move goes later. Same mob type though. Better sparks. More arcane surge. Is this the point where, yeah, my spark doesn't have a base damage of 1. So it's not entirely like Diablo, where lightning damage always had a minimum damage of 1. Oh, there's a shrine over here. Which worked like shrines did in D1. Or D2. I don't remember how shrines worked in D1 if there were shrines in D1. What is this? Diamond Shrine! Aw, man. This is... Ah, crap. Shrines don't follow with you between zones. Every hit is a crit. Oh, you have a Diamond Shrine? Literally every hit is a crit. It's so fun. Bouncy, bouncy lightning bolts bouncing off the walls. That's something in this game. I don't think Spark in Diablo bounced off of walls. It does in this game. It's just a flat duration of 1.5 seconds, or something like 150 range units to zone them out, or 1500. I forget what measures range. 150 to zone them out. That's really long. That's like 2 screens. 2 screens horizontally. Oh yeah, formation they unfanned themselves with. Ooh, big mana flask, yay! Better pot of spam machine. Also, you know that Quicksilver pass that makes me run faster that I should be using? I haven't been using it. Oh, okay. Golden Shark, are you red? Oh cool, I can actually get some use out of that. Ow. Okay, stop managing inventory, start killing things. Another word. Nice. Okay, so I want to take Molten Strike. I want to put it here. Get rid of that. So, that was a superior Molten Strike. Superior for this is just 5% increased fire damage. Or 5% quality for 5% increased fire damage. Different items, Copper Sword, have different skills, have different effects for quality on them. I think Spark increases travel, projectile speed. It's either projectile speed or projectile duration. So they last longer, or effectively cover more ground either way. Molten Strike's a fun skill. Bonk. Bonk. Whenever you hit something, you just create little fireballs that fall down and goes flat.
You do some fun things with those too. They're considered projectiles and interact with a number of projectile supports. I think if you do chain, they bounce multiple times. And you can do multiple projectiles to get more of them. Need life and mana. I'm taking time to explain my passive tree right now, because we're still really on. Bonk, bonk, bonk. I've had a lot of fun with Molten Strike. I've had characters that have just been Molten Strike characters for a really long time. Just trying to do my basic loot maintenance. Is that the Dweller? Hey, Dweller. Oh, I don't have the strength to level up Molten Strike again. No, he's gonna hit me.
We need more mana.
And I'm gonna hit him. Boop. Vine. Oh, ring. Padded vest. I already have magic thingy. Longsword, which is actually a two-handed sword. Kind of upsets me a little bit. A little pattern on the floor here. Good. The pots and barrels in this game are actually worth breaking. A lot of my...
Too much clutter.
Too much clutter. Can't carry anymore. Which means next waypoint I'll go back to town, sell. I can use that. That'll be a start. Put that there, slide that over here. Trying to do this quickly. Not good guide from Necromancers. Yes, don't play. Necromancers are good, though. Necromancers are really fun. Yep, someone's off to kill the Shaper. So says, wants to sell boss kills fast, cheap. You, and there's chat reacting to it. That's a part of what I can do, is I can at least react to chat. How, what, how? What the fuck is that guy? Aw. He's fat and probably gonna die soon. New. Right, I wanted to go to the next new one, which should be the ledge. It should be ledge to Axiom prison. And then we'll do Axiom, and then I will call that a stream. Each act for the first half of the game kind of has two parts, so there'll be natural breaking points, and Brutus is a good one for good way to find part 1 of and 2 of this. Part of why I like seeing Molten Strike actually is because it is a good basic attack that isn't a basic attack for whenever I just want to bonk something instead of shooting sparks at it. Because sparks is kind of more of a cloud clear move, and Molten Strike while unreliable, because who knows where those orbs are actually going to fly off and hit, they can hit your primary target and will deal damage to them. So you do get some single target out of that. New prototypes are required to. Yeah, non-new builds don't require any items. Fucking hard as hell. Yeah, and also I think this is the largest that graphic for energy shield gets. Oh man, we got a variant of this with gulls. Cool. This is like the only place they exist. They're terrifying. They will eat an enemy's corpse and spit it at you. Boop, 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 boop. That was a totem. Totems are, well, for the AI, they're cheating. For PCs, they're a temporary thing you can throw down that functions a lot like Diablo 2 Assassin's Traps. 18, Macaron is 20. Don't care. Please, I need to take this skeleton. Yeah, where's my... You see that ancient archer, that skeleton? I need to put some meat on its bones, make a zombie. Ignore the giant pile of flesh that's still on the ground after I make a zombie out of the skeleton. Shish. It's okay. So I didn't mind Diablo 2's had skeletons as a base point. Oh, skeletons in this game, the way they balance them compared to zombies is actually really cool. Skeletons in Path have a duration, but they don't actually require a corpse. So they're kind of like just something you can whip out whenever you need them. Forget what the... Is it a carb staff? More life and mana. Ooh, a power ring. Ah! That was the whole spitting corpses at you thing I mentioned earlier. Pew, 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 pew. Oh, lore.
The earth of Rayclast rejects the dead. The black spirit of storm and dream now reaches into the ground and raises up our slain imperial foes. It leads the fallen from their graves and drives them to fight us beyond the end, rotted tooth and jagged nail. Our own remembered have joined their cursed ranks. No longer may we give our beloved to the birds, messengers of spirit to the sky, conveyors of flesh to the earth. Calm has commanded us to destroy our remembered with axe and fire. Calm is the bravest of us, willing to bear the ire of the ancestors for the survival of his people.
Yeah, so I just went through all that because I saw this one had a +2 on it, and it does increase my spell damage. And I wanted to upgrade my circlet, and that was, I determined, the best way to get that done. So at some point I hit the level that lets me equip that. So now I have some ghost horns. They're kind of pointy. We're gonna meet a Luku the False Scholar here soon. Totem. Allies move and attack faster. So normally for a PC that's like has a duration on it, enemies, they can just sit there forever. Oh, actually, I should hit the waypoint before I hit the... Oh, wait, is this his little... Nope. Nope. Ooh, an overchance. That can upgrade an item into anything. I mean anything. Did I just space the freaking... the fact that I wanted to... I did. That's okay. Oh, a silver coin. Wow, that is an obnoxious appearance. Hi, Kaduku. I can spark better than you. As you saw with the silver coin, that is really ugly. That's really bad. But that is what the item filter does. Or this rotted round shield. You notice how there's a blue, a green, and a red that are linked? That's actually a vendor recipe item. And that's why that showed up with a green border. Bouncy sparks. Wow, that was a really good box. Hold on, is the climb before Axiom? Oh shit, no, the climb is before Axiom, isn't it? Yeah, shit, I thought the climb was after Axiom, but Prisoner Road is after Axiom. There's 2 uniques in the climb. It's gonna take a little bit longer than I thought. That's okay. Goatman! That is, Praise the Sun Pyramid Aura Man. Praise the Sun Pyramid Aura Man is dead. To Lion Eyes, cause I need to sell. Don't like leaving dead air, though you don't have to talk at all times. That is not obnoxious at all over there.
Help I can offer is yours.
So yeah, this thing, you can just sell it outright for a chromatic. Chromatic ores are cool. They let you reroll the colors of sockets on an item. Small.
Be well.
Oh, I got items for vendor master. Recipes are chromatic orb. Career to flasks and drop these off. Welcome back, Deech. Yeah, early game for Path is pretty quick if you have any idea what you're doing. If it's not your outright first time and you're sitting here stuck staring at the passive tree going, what? I kind of know what I'm doing, so I've got a baseline in my head. I am also half playing this on the fly, but not entirely. Oh, did I make an orb out of these yet? No. I want to know what a binding orb does. That sounds cool. I am talking to Mixer, and I'm also recording this Nexus. So I will be uploading this on my personal YouTube channel once I'm done. And who's gonna watch it from there? I have no idea. I don't care. I just wanted to make content so I didn't feel like such a lazy bum. The zombies are starting to feel the fact that I have not put any points into zombies on the passive tree. Which, by the way, zombies do have their own set of passives. There's minion life, minion damage, Lord of the Dead, get another zombie! Come over here to Herd the Flock and Puppet Master, which are also more zombies, more minion life, more minion damage. I think there's one over here somewhere. Who is shooting me? Stop that! Stop that! Quick, extra life, fast attack, undead, resist lightning. Are you sure you should just be blue?
I need more mana.
I never understood why things have the undead tag.
Fate smiles with sharp teeth.
Okay, there's also minion explosion. That was the tree I was forgetting. Minion explosion, also known as minion instability. Minions explode when reduced to low life. And there's an actual minion passive over here. Thank you, Teach. There is no honor without sacrifice. Thanks, Lion Eye. There's Iron Point. While I was in the passage tree, I could have leveled my stuff up, but that would have been intelligent. And I am not always intelligent. Good job. Ah! Oh, my poor dudes. They're so bad. It's a tier 2 tunic. I can't wear it yet because I'm not strong enough. Oh, I'm so used to freaking Scion, because Scion starts with a 20 in all 3 stats. You start with 14, 14, I think 32. Ah, there's Navali. Okay. This will be progress. Thanks, Navali. I'm glad you've been waiting for me. My zombies are going to get wrecked as I slowly wade out a hole in all of the goatmen. And I'm actually taking life damage. That's bad. There we go. Okay. So, there's the fawn. He uses Molten Strike. Monkey! Frozen Trail? You mean breath, or do you mean the jewel? Frozen Trail. Is Frozen Trail a jewel? I don't know. I haven't done an ice build, actually, besides my Frostblades.
Thank you for freeing me. The Mother of Death likes to play these little tricks on me, to remind me of my place. But she also sent you here to help. Let me return the favor, Exile. We will meet again in town, and then I will help you illuminate your path.
Nibali is a very fun mechanic. She actually came in with a league entirely of her own called the Prophecy League. You don't do much with her on normal? Normally? Yeah, Frozen Child's real, okay. But, when we get past when we get into Act 6, I'll probably do some with her. What is Frozen Trail Nexus? Is that Frostbolt? Is that the Frostbolt gem, or is that Frost Breath?
I'd rather burn than call such a place home.
So, welcome to Axiom Prison. totally not gonna remind you of the freaking monastery. Nope. I don't know that though, because it's just as much energy field. Ooh, I lose all my other characters. Oh yeah! Yeah, I forgot about this.
There's a fine line between man and monster. Brutus, the warden of Axiom prison, he crossed that line long ago. A big lad, and as you know from Hillock, big lads are slow. Hit and run, that's the way to cut them down to size. Unless there's thaumaturgy involved, then forget the hitting bit, just run. You managed to kill a granddaddy crab. A pity you couldn't lug it up out of the caves for us. Could have made quite the chowder out of it. No matter. We've got one less reason to fear the dark, and I've got one more thing to thank you for.
Frostbolt, quad totem, higher up on. That's actually a lot like the fire build I was thinking about doing. Not exactly like it, because I wasn't gonna go quad totem. Just the double from higher up on, and that was it. Or hold on, because you can get a +1 to totem's head enchantment, can't you? That isn't in higher font. So hi, Nessa.
The tale of Brutus was a popular one in the schools of Theopolis, taught in the hopes of deterring students from ambitions not condoned by the Templar. Brutus was warden of Axiom prison and one of the most feared men in the Eternal Empire. But there the histories end, and the myth begins, with Brutus commissioning a witch to transform him in a mad attempt at immortality. A moment of hubris that didn't end well for anyone. If it's true, then Brutus has my pity. Some of us pay too dearly for our mistakes. Yet if you insist on learning from your own mistakes, then please, take one of these. You might need it.
These I didn't think about too much. I'll take Unbound Elements, but I don't have a 3-link blue.
Goodbye.
What passes do you sell at this level? Cold damage, trap, void manipulation, multiple traps. Multiple. You don't sell Pierce. Pierce was something I was actually thinking about using for this build, but I can get it later. From but with Pact and Hero Font, that should only be 3 totems. Or do you also have a Searing Bond totem and you're counting that? That's what you're talking about. No, you're not talking about. Wait, Pact? 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 I don't know anything about this Pact that gives you more totems.
Is it choice that carries you here, or is it fate? I see a need in you. A need to peer into your future. A need to follow the right path. But your future has already been cast. So open your mind and embrace it. Long ago, my people called me a Hatungo, a wise woman. Now they call me a revenant. But it is not my fate to return to the Mother of Death just yet. For now, I stand with one foot in this world, and the other foot in the realm of the dead. I'm an inquirer of the living, and an interpreter of death. I sense you have questions. For a gift of silver, I will answer them. But you seek more than answers. Riches, power. These I can also provide, in a way. All you have to do is join me. Heed my words, but walk your path. The future is mine to tell, but yours to claim. It is time to fulfill your prophecy.
So
Fate
Navali
will find
uses
you.
those silver coins that I picked one up of, and she'll give you a prophecy, which is essentially like, I'm gonna say guaranteed RNG. It's kind of weird. Some of them are actual just chain of events you can start. Others are simple if-then statements of, if you kill this type of enemy, it will drop this type of item. You can get a lot of uniques that way that are decent kickstarters, but the prophecy you get is random, and you're not guaranteed to get anything helpful to it. Some of them are really good and really valuable. There's one called the Jeweler's Touch, which is the next time you use a Jeweler's Orb on an item, it will have 5 linked sockets. If it can have 5 linked sockets, which is two-handed weapons and chest pieces.
In the court of the goddess, every man and woman is deemed worthy of redemption. Though you might be shackled by the tribulations of the past, the trials ahead offer you both freedom and glory. The future is yours, if you're bold enough to reach out for it.
So this is a Trial of Ascendancy. Usually this one doesn't spawn nearly this close to this door. I want to get hit with this one. Ow! This one doesn't usually spawn this close to the door, but hey, I'll take it. This has to do with the sort of prestige classes we mentioned a while ago. You have to do these to unlock them. There are 3 in... There's 1 in Act 1, 2 in Act 2, and 3 in Act 3. They're pretty simple little puzzles for here. They'll get worse later on. And there's variants of them at where you unlock the ascendancies themselves, and those can just get outright nasty. Eh.
Belief is the strongest metal of them all.
At least you don't have to go back out. Yeah, Veil Pact has nothing to do with Ancestral Bond. Their Nexus Nemesis. Veil Pact is Life Leech applies instantly, but you don't get any other life regeneration otherwise. Ooh boy, I could really use that pure support. That would go a long way. I might have to see if someone will buy it for me. How do I want to go about doing that? Just make a ranger. I think rangers get pierced by default. Stop picking up your zombies. My zombies... If you pick up my zombies, that'd be great. But, stop picking up yours. Well, that was exciting. Loops, everybody. Nope. Boink, boink. Because there are some really good jewels up. That was a good rare for me. Akuna Matata, warrior. Oh man, Haku, I'm surprised we only just now saw you. You usually show up at least in the Blood Flats. Increased spell damage, increased physical damage, global critical strike chance, life gain for each enemy hit. That's Be nice. Wait, why am I don't need to touch that. Which one of these is cold? Cold's on the right. Okay, I don't care about cold though. I'm lightning. Lightning is middle. Hi, chatters. Hi, chatters. Chatters is guaranteed unique spawn. Becomes an engineer's orb. Becomes a chaos orb. That box was shark. Hi, Haku.
Yes, I call you warrior. Your eyes have already swept your surroundings, identifying threats and escape routes. There is anticipation in your stance, deadly focus in the easy ebb and tide of your breath. Yours is a heart that fights with every beat. I have need of a heart like that. In that haunted place there, a Karui's spirit awaits you. Lost he was, more than 2 centuries ago, fallen beyond battle. Bring him to me so that I might return him to his rightful place. It takes a warrior to find a warrior.
Haku is pretty alright. He is the first mentor in the game you are likely to meet, one of 2. As there are only 2 in Act 1, and he's one of them. The other is Elrion, I forget what his title is. Shit. Maybe it might just be Elrion the Devout. They're called mentors. And there's one for each class, although they are not class specific. They just kind of have natural biases for their respective classes. And they'll make more sense once we're a little further along with him. Right now they're just they're a reputation system. I sense a blasphemer. There you are. Is there a rare I can push you to? Man, I know I just killed one and all. Doesn't look like it. You can have those ghosts actually possess rare and unique monsters, which will enhance that monster with aspects of that ghost. And you get like an exponential increase of loot. Usually these mentor side areas, it's pretty easy, but well, it's not meant to be, I guess. These side areas are kind of half procedurally generated based on another zone, usually at least in the same act, if not a nearby region of the act you're in. Congrats to you, you got an exalted orb. See, is this just... Nope, that's a Roa. Rua, my bad. The Karui spirit is usually, although at extremely low levels, not always, possessed in the possession of a bad guy, usually a totem. There's a set amount of specific ones that can be... You can find Bismuth Flask at level 11? I don't like Bismuth Flasks, but that's cool. Wait, that's a T2 vest. Even more energy shield. A little bit cold resistant. Yeah, I'll take it. Over nothing important. Need more life. Always need more health. Don't care about that. That can go down here. That just got replaced. Still don't have a 3-link. Still pretty decent thing. And you two are chromatics. Nothing else decent here, right? Goat's horn, gnarled branch. Yeah, I don't care about gnarled. I don't want to care about a gnarled branch. I care about that gnarled branch, though. What? People complaining about the cash shop. Whatever. Cash shop in this game is only for cosmetics. What does the cash shop let me do? The cash shop lets me come in. And now I have green wands. That's it. That's what it does. I mean, I could get skins. I have a helmet. I'm not gonna use it. Armor attachment. Got portal. Can make my frame look a little different. It was Aureus. I don't want to set my baby devourer as my pet. I don't like baby devourer. I need to get the Karui totem one though. Karui totem pet is adorable. Maybe you won't be seeing it. I never picked up the tormented spirit after I killed it. I have to actually go pick it up. I don't have any warp spells. Thankfully, there's no penalty for me having forgotten the Karui spirit in this one. I also still have this flask that I never use that makes me run fast. No. Oh yeah, right. And then this happens. Yes, they just resurrect all of the dead. I don't want these. Go away. Goodbye! I don't care. You don't give me experience. I took a wrong turn. Mew. Really, Sakari Spirit actually doesn't have a head, it has a skull. Just outright a skull.
Oops, clumsy me.
Oops. Run away. Hey, Aku.
A lost spirit returned to feast with the ancestors and be born once more into the Karui way. We shall speak again when next you come to Lion Eye's watch. For there is much that we might yet share, my ally.
Don't know what people are talking about in chat. A little spitably. I guess that is all of floor 1 of the prison. Let's go to floor 2. Almost done. Kill Brutus and then go to town and call it a stream at the next I'm a visit you. I rate defense higher than movement speed.
people are going to hate me. Whatever. More damage. Maximum mana lightning resistance. This gives Silas, but slightly more mana. You also have quality. Don't care. No, I suppose I should take you for posterity. Oh hey, look, there's a spirit shield finally. There is in fact a shield type for every archetype of class. It's tower shields for fighter marauders, aka fighters. Kite shields for Templars. Hi Haku. Akuna Matata.
You are a welcome sight, warrior. Another spirit has reached out to me. This one is close. Yet another world away. Unless we help him.
Round shields for... Yeah, round shields for duelist. The spirit shields for intelligence. Spiked shields for assassin, actually, and bucklers for ranger. That's what it is.
But otherwise, they have like the same stat for archetypes as their armor counterparts, although each one has a different implicit modifier. Like the kite shields decrease your or increase your elemental resistance, while the spike shields have reflect damage on hit. But this is going to be a two-handed weapons build at the end of the day anyway, because I'm going to want a lot of linked sockets. Bzz, bzz, bzz. One of the few instances of one that isn't a spirit spike one. This is actually a freaking shadow shield. I call it. Where did I just pick up? You know, you I want. Probably that. I'm not gonna bother killing the dudes that don't benefit me to kill. That is some text over there. Okay, I need charges. Epic music. You're dead. Ah, shit. Zombie. Oh no. Hey, zombie. Ow. Hi. Hi. Hi.
The Cardo we way grows stronger for every soul that we return to its care. And as the way grows stronger, we grow stronger.
Oh man, I'm not gonna talk to Haku when we get back to town. I don't care enough. I don't want it. So, we got a lot of him lore dumping at us. There's a scepter. Scepters are pretty good. We haven't. Oh yeah, cool. Oh nope, no, we're at 5. We're at 4 additional. Right, started at 5. Spark actually gets more projectiles as it levels up, which is kind of neat. 0 implicit. Maximum life, okay. Ah, I've been enfeebled. Curse you. Wait, no, you cursed me. Haha. Oh wait, I already had 2 rings. 2 rings, and they benefit me slightly more than that one ever will. At the Warden's quarters. Sweet. Yay. Don't mind the trail of blood. Oh yeah, we're about to meet a character.
Ignorance brought you here, sister. To the one place where your talents are free to grow and be truly feared.
Okay, bye. That was Piety. We'll be seeing more of her.
Still the Karui barbarians advance upon us. Lionine is dead, his legion slaughtered along with every eternal man, woman and child from Lionine's watch at the foot of our axiom. Should the need arise, we shall retreat through Prison's Gate, raising my barricade behind us. Yet our salvation is at hand. Foul times demand heroic deeds, and through my arts our Lord Brutus will arise anew to defend us. May the dry sands quench their thirst with Karui blood when our mighty warden delivers his judgment upon them.
Yeah, the Eternal did not like the Karui. I'm just breaking some boxes because the level in this place is actually pretty good as far as item gear goes. You can sometimes get something decent from here. And Warden's Chambers. Alright, first real boss of the game. With Brutus, the Lord Incarcerator. Ah! No! No! Ah! Ow! Nope, nope, nope. Don't get hit by that. That really... Ah! No, no, no! Ow! Please don't. He's summoning up some help. Works for me. Whew! Just touched that one. I think my damage output's actually solid. What was that? Was that more for... Ah, no, no. Ow! So don't stand in that. That's bad.
Had you been my creation, Brute, you would not have fallen so easily.
Rude. Plague Mask, that's alright. Now, let's see. Picked up that. Oh, entering. See, intelligence, maximum life, stun block recovery, reflects physical damage. Resistances don't really matter, and we're really not going to a place that has cold resistance. One life gained on kill. Take those. That went a lot better than Brutus can go. Brutus can be a really big wall for your first run through. I know what I'm doing, and I built myself accordingly.
Dear Chevron, you have certainly had your work cut out for you with Lioneye's Legion. Do not concern yourself with Marseilles' complaints. Our Emperor is fully aware of the General's fickle nature. As to your need to accelerate the implantation process, I can recommend a quite simple alteration. Dip the gem in a boiling solution of 6 parts blood and 1 part thormetic sulfide for no more than 13 seconds. Any longer, and you invite the crystal's wrath. Once the gem is withdrawn from the solution, you have but a few seconds to install the gem in the prepared flesh and close the wound. Should the gem cool too much prior to implantation, it will become inert, and you're patient with it. Trust in the bountiful talent of yours, Sharon. My thoughts are with you.
Malachi.
Oh, Malachi. The lore of this game is very interesting. It's handled almost exactly like how Diablo 2's is handled. You can get some background information from the NPCs, but you also need to find some of these journals, and then just piece shit together from there. This is such a good game. Also, never mind the fact that I just walked out from that side. Shush. Let's see. This might be another skill point. This might be a skill point to regret. Or a gem. A gem is always an option. A gem is always an appreciated gift. Who am I talking to? Tarkleigh from Iroar. Not gonna talk to a coup.
The warden's free of his own prison. Well, since you're so bloody determined to cheat the britches off death, you better have one of these, for luck. And when they write the song about you, just be sure to mention that it was Tarkleigh who taught you everything you know.
Clarity. Ooh, that's actually an aura. Skeletons. Lightning warp. And flame dash. Lightning warp. Lightning warp.
Stay sharp out there.
Hi, Nessa.
For some, death is welcomed with open arms. Did you end Brutus's suffering out of avarice or mercy? Only you know the answer to that one.
Anything else fancy in here? Clarity. No, we just missed Smoke Mine. Okay. Didn't even bother looking. Lightning Tendril. Frostbolt. Frostbolt's really good. Frostbomb, Contagion. Weapon. SRS. Oh, you get Summon Raging really early. I thought you could get Firestorm by this point as a witch, but I guess it might be later. Could be for Mervale.
While we live, we are blessed.
No, need it. Check out my loot. But that'll bring this little test stream of mine to a close, because I am... Hold on, that actually, someone might want that. So I'm gonna slowly be breaking myself into this, and... With the dog's freaking out, I don't want to test the waters any more than I have to, so... thank you those who joined, and I hope those of you who watch this later on YouTube enjoy, what few of you watch this on Mixer enjoyed, and I will see you all when I see you all next.